All right, Bennett, let's check out some of your slalom free ski. We'll watch it in regular motion and then slow it down.
All right, slalom turn. Nice job.
Like I said, nice job. I mean, you just wanted to crush it here. Being aggressive, which I love. Being active. Working the ski, which is great. Just full on. Sending it, which is awesome. Now, a couple things we talked about that day when we were working on. Number one, pole plant. Well, first off, let's get the arms out in front the whole time so we don't have to swing the arm there to pole plant. But well, pole plant's a little more forward. Your pole plants are kind of like just by your feet a lot. Right there, just sort of dropping it. Let's see where this one is. Yeah, kind of by your feet. Let's get it closer to the tip of the ski. Forward pole plant. We also talked about working on ankles and knees to roll the skis up on edge. And you do a pretty good job with that, but I think we can do a little bit more starting really rolling them up. Ankles and knees right there as opposed to kind of that like hip going in initially. So I don't see a whole lot of knee angulation there. I want to see ankles and knees rolled up. I want to see big toe on the outside, foot down, little toe on the inside rolled down into the snow, and then move the hip, to the inside of the turn as you get going faster. But let's still think we've got to edge the skis from the snow up, ankles, using ankles and knees first. And I know you like this whole, it feels fun. I get it. It feels like you're really working the ski, pumping it by really bending over at the waist. But really want to pressure the ski kind of from the waist down and use your leg muscles and kind of stacked up strong. And like right now, you're not really in a stacked position. You're all bent over at the waist. And it's really hard to get the feet further out from underneath you when you're all bent over. So, I wouldn't bend over as much. I'd be to stand a little bit taller, upper body. Like, granted, I don't want you sitting up like a pencil. That's a good position right there. I like that. Maintain that more than getting all bent over. But I get it. You're making you feel, and this whole, it goes along with the swinging the arms, bending over at the waist. Feels like you're really pumping the skis, but let's ski from the waist down. Now right here, I like the position you came through here. You finished the turn. Not much of a pole plant though, right? I'm going to pole plant at the end of the turn, right? It helps us get recentered, rebalanced, move forward in that transition, right? You just kind of came through and just tapped it behind you right there. I like the fact you're not standing up, popping up, but here just don't need to be that bent over. Let's get our hips forward. Hips are way back right now. We want those hips forward, move forward through the transition, get them up over the boots at the top of the turn, and you're in a sitting position, top of the turn. And eventually you rise up in here, and we should be in that position through the whole turn. Skis are tracking well. You're skiing great, Bennett. Just a few adjustments would help out a lot. A little more ankles and knees to roll up the skis at the top of the turn. All right, a little more forward pole plant. A little less arm swing for slalom. And not quite as bent over really at the top of the turn. I mean, we want to have a little more ankle flexion than that. I mean, we're looking for our back to mimic the same angle as our shin. And obviously you're way over in the upper body, right? So more same angle like that. It's just, as you can see, again, looks like you're dropping into a tuck, man, which I get it. It's fun, feels good. But let's work the ski from the waist down and not use upper body so much, like right there. Again, we want to move forward, get the hips up over the boots, which they're kind of there, but not bad. But just too far bent over. I mean, if you hit something, you're not in a stable, ready athletic position. If you hit a bump, you kind of be thrown off there, and you would stand up a little taller, upper body immediately to try to absorb it. So we're not in a position where we can absorb well. But besides all that, awesome skiing, had a lot of fun. Work on those things, ankles and knees, quiet down the arm swing, pole plank further forward. Let's not bend over at the waist, but great job, man.